Sorry, I had to mute myself. All right, guys, we're getting right into our third segment of the night, talking about Czechia and how they took gold at the IIHF tournament. First and foremost, we're going to talk about their run here because, I mean, what an impressive run this is here. First off, in the quarterfinals, they do beat the United States as they had to take on them. 1-0 in that game. That was such a close game. On the other side of their bracket, you have Sweden and Finland. They played an overtime game where Sweden won 2-1. That faced off Czechia against Sweden in the semifinals. Very important game for both teams, and Czechia absolutely dominated this one. It's a 7-3 victory for Czechia in this semifinals game. It really wasn't close. It was close at the beginning. It goes Sweden, Czechia, so 2-2, and then you have a goal from Dominik Kubalik. Joel Eriksson Ek does score, and then it goes 3 or 4 goals straight for the Czech national team, and they do win this one 7-3. Fantastic semifinals for Czech. They played so well throughout the entire tournament. Of course, they are the winners of it. But 7-3 against Sweden, who people were saying maybe the favorites going into this one, had a very, very impressive pool play where they were completely they were unbeaten in that one, getting the maximum amount of points that they could. But Czechia just dominates them. It's 7-3 in that game. And then they play Switzerland. Absolute shock playing Switzerland in the finals. Switzerland unable to beat them, winning it 2-0. What a surprising final that we saw here. Czechia versus Switzerland. A lot of people had Sweden versus Canada, United States. These powerhouses of international hockey, the top 3 teams really have been for a long time now. It's been Sweden, United States, and Canada. But now you have this shakeup from Czechia, who takes this one just kind of surprisingly, I guess would be the word here. For Canada, they have a very disappointing run here. They do beat Slovakia in the quarterfinals to go to the semifinals where they're playing Switzerland. They do lose to Switzerland in the semifinals, as I said, losing 3-2 in the shootout. So they drop the semifinals, go on to play the bronze medal game against Sweden for 3rd/4th place. Sweden wins that one 4-2. Canada finishes the tournament in 4th. Sweden 3rd. Switzerland 2nd. Czechia in 1st. Not how a lot of people saw. I don't know who saw it shaping up this way, but Czechia. What an impressive performance, and it's really the addition of David Pastrnak that we saw kind of lifting them over the hump here. Their leading scorer was Roman Cervenka. He, in 10 games played, got 11 points. The second one, Lucas Sedlak, former Blue Jacket, I might add, having 10 points in 10 games played. But yeah, I mean, they got production from guys that aren't really NHLers, which is very, very impressive. Dominik Kubalik, another NHLer for them, with 8 points in 10 games played. But that's really it for the top guys. But yeah, when it comes down to the overall tournament, Matt Boldy had the most points in it in only 8 games played, playing 2 games less than the Swiss or the Swiss, Sweden, Canada, or Czechia. All of them played 10 games, and Matt Boldy takes the top mark at 14 points in 8 games played. Then you have Kevin Fiala, the Swiss forward, getting 13 points in 8 games played, and then the top 3 gets rounded off by Brady Tkachuk, another American, 13 points in 8 games played. Unfortunately, they are not able to. The America was not able to get past the quarterfinals, so these guys couldn't add to that tally. It's really their depth scoring that wasn't over the hump here in this game. In this tournament. Czechia was reliant very much on their goaltending. They did get very good production out of Lucas Dostal from the Anaheim Ducks. And really, what a fantastic performance it was overall from the Czech national team. They were second in the power play in this tournament, first in save percentage, like I said, relying on the goaltender, Lucas Dostal, in this one. Peter Mrazek played in 1 game. They do win that game that he played in, but it's Once again, Lucas Dostal with 5 wins, 3 of them being shutouts. Fantastic performance from him. A 1.58 goals against average, 9.39 save percentage, playing very, very impressive. Their leading scorers, once again, not who you expect it to be. Andre Palat on this team only gained 6 points in the 10 games played. Lucas Sedlak getting 10 points, like I said. Very impressive from him. Andre Kache was able to get 7 points. Dominic Kubalik, as I said. David Pastrnak, who played in the weekend, got 1 goal and ends up winning the tournament. He's been the big name, been the one that we've been talking about a lot because he is unable to do it with Boston, goes overseas and wins it in Czechia. So, very, very impressive run it was for the Czech national team. As I said, it's, we didn't see this coming. It's shocking to see as they do take it on their home ice. This tournament was played in Czechia, so very proud, winning it in front of your national fans. Czechia has a very big hockey culture as well, so getting this win is, it was so important. It was so cool to see, all the fans were, so hyped for their win here. But once again, disappointing tournaments from America, from Canada, not so from Sweden. They do run into this Czechia team that do win it. So, it's just impressive that the Czech national team were able to take home this win here in Prague, Czechia, and able to win this IIHF tournament. Dylan Cousins led the entire tournament with goals. He has 9 goals for Canada. They had such a stacked team. It's crazy to see them not being able to win this one, as they have players like Dylan Cousins, Pierre-Luc Dubois, Brendan Tanev, perennial NHL players. Pierre-Luc Dubois, former top 3 pick. Connor Bedard was playing for Canada. He has 5 goals in this tournament too. What an impressive young kid that is, getting 5 goals in an international tournament, playing against some of the best players in the world. Some of the best players in the world playing in the playoffs, which he was unable to make for Chicago. But that guy, of course, has a bright future. We talk about him so often, and I can't wait to be covering him next year when he does play for the Blackhawks again, because that's just such an electric forward, Connor Bedard is. So that'll wrap it up for the IHF. Czechia takes gold in Czechia. Once again, very impressive. And you have Czechia winning it, and you have Switzerland coming in second. So that's very, very impressive. Once I get back from our third break of the night, we'll be talking about the best Stanley Cup Finals matchups and what I think would be most exciting, viewership-wise, coming into the Stanley Cup Final.